During the 18th century, elements of Enlightenment thinking concluded in the American, French, Polish, and Haitian revolutions. During the century, slave trading and human trafficking expanded across the shores of the Atlantic, while declining elsewhere in Russia, China, and Korea. Revolutions began to challenge the legitimacy of monarchical and aristocratic power structures, including the structures and beliefs that supported the slave trade. The British Industrial Revolution began, leading to radical changes in human society and the economy. The period is also known as the Century of Lights, or the Century of Reason. In continental Europe, philosophers dreamed of a brighter age. For some, this dream turned into a reality with the French Revolution of 1789, though this was later compromised by the excesses of the Reign of Terror. At first, many monarchies of Europe embraced Enlightenment ideals, but in the wake of the French Revolution they feared loss of power and formed broad coalitions for counter-revolution. 18th-century music includes works characteristic of the late Baroque period, including Johann Sebastian Bach and George Friedrich Handel, and the Classical period, including Joseph Haydn and Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. The Ottoman Empire experienced an unprecedented period of peace and economic expansion, taking part in no European wars from 1740 to 1768. As a consequence, the empire was not exposed to Europe's military improvements of the Seven Years' War, 1756 to 1763. The Ottoman Empire military fell behind and suffered defeats against Russia in the second half of the century. The 18th century also marked the end of the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth as an independent state. The formerly powerful and vast kingdom, which had once conquered Moscow and defeated great Ottoman armies, collapsed under numerous invasions. The Kingdom of Prussia, the Russian Empire and the Austrian Empire divided the Commonwealth territories between themselves, changing the landscape of Central Europe and politics for the next 100 years. European colonization of the Americas and other parts of the world intensified, and associated mass migrations of people grew in size as the Age of Sail continued. Great Britain became a major power worldwide with the French and Indian War in the 1760s and the conquest of large parts of India, especially Bengal. However, Britain lost many of its North American colonies after the American Revolution. In North America, the defeat of the British resulted in the formation of an independent United States. In Southwest and Central Asia, Nader Shah led successful military campaigns and major invasions, which indirectly led to the founding of the Durrani Empire. In the Indian subcontinent, the death of the Mughal Emperor Aurangzeb marked the end of medieval India. It marked the beginning of modern India and the era of extensive European intervention in the subcontinent, coinciding with Maratha expansion. The victory of the British East India Company over the Nawab of Bengal and their French allies in the Battle of Plassey caused the deindustrialization of Bengal. The British invasion expanded to cover much of South Asia. French Emperor Napoleon Bonaparte formed one of the Franco-Indian alliances with the major economic power kingdom of Mysore, governed by Tipu Sultan and his father Hyder Ali, who pioneered the use of rocket artillery and the world's first iron-cased rockets, the Mysorean rockets, through the compilation of the Fath al-Mujahideen. The Anglo-Mysore Wars were fought and the Treaty of Mangalore was initiated in 1784.